2006 Chevy HHR 2.2 LT. We're going to show you how to change a mass flow air sensor on this car. I've had a few people ask me to make a video on how to change it, and I'm going to show you how to. But technically, there's two ways you can do it. I'm going to show you the easy way first. One, I'm using a Craftsman screwdriver, one that you can put any type of bit on. You need a star bit kit set at least, because most of these cars, the mass flow air sensors use star bit. I've seen some use mismatched screws like Phillips or flatheads, which I don't recommend those at all. I recommend the star bit. There's two ways. Here's the way you can do it. Once you get the star bit that fits that actual star bit screw, put it on there, and you can look behind here, below here, and you can see there's your mass flow right here. What you do is there's a little button on this connector. You use your thumb, push down on it, pull out. There's your connector, and that's what it looks like right there, purple. You got two star bit screws. Make sure you use your screwdriver. You pull both of these out, slide it out, put the new one in, put the two star bit screws back in, or whatever screws you had in there to begin with. Slide it back in, put this purple connector back on the way you took it off. It goes, goes on there just like that until you hear a click. It's on there secure. Or you can do it the other way, which means you can take a flathead screwdriver, remove this clamp, pull the hose off, get a small ratchet with a 10mm socket, take this screw off because it holds this where it doesn't move, and be careful when you're loosening it because you'll cut your knuckles on this piece here, and it is pretty sharp, the plastic is. Then once you get all that disconnected, you can disconnect this, and you can just pull it off till you hear this thing pop off, because there's two little nipples on here that has like two little rubber pieces that hold this on here tighter. Just pull up on it, flip it upside down. You can change the mass flow air sensor like that. Now to put it back on, you put I'd recommend putting the nipple part on first, then put this hose on, then you pull on this like this to where this hole matches back up. Put the 10mm bolt back in using that same ratchet that you had, and tighten all this up and reconnect this. But always be sure that when you do this, reset your computer so you don't have to worry about the light being on, because the light on this one doesn't go off. You have to reset it yourself. But that's the two easiest ways you can do it. If you don't plug your mass flow air sensor back up, you're going to have a problem with it throwing off that code, or it may give you some idle in problems in the meantime. It may not. Mine wasn't really showing much of a symptom. Once in a blue moon, the RPMs would rev up a little bit, but not by much. But it's just be sure you always plug these back up. I've worked on a couple of these before, and customers wanted me to replace their mass flows for them, and they said, well, there's something wrong with the mass flow air sensor, and come to find out they didn't plug their stuff back up. And this is a main problem, that people always forget to plug these back in when they do work on their engine. It's either this thing's not connected, or they forget to tighten these things up here, which causes a lot of airflow issues, and it can throw off this. If this has a hole in it, or if it's loose, or if a whole hose pops off, it can cause up to like 3 or 4 different codes. It can cause mass flow to go off. It can cause your oxygen sensors to go off. And it can cause a vacuum leak. And you don't want those. So I'm hoping this video helps on how to change a mass flow air sensor. And comment if you like, and have a great one.